Hello, I'm Ronnie Ciago, and welcome to the Ronnie Ciago Show. John Ferraro.
Yes, sir. Ronnie
Great to see you.
Ciago.
Thank you for doing my show.
What a privilege and pleasure to be here with you. Thanks for the invite.
Great to see you.
Yeah.
We have such a long history together.
We do.
Let's talk about how we first met.
Well, it was a really great opportunity. We were touring with Larry Carlton and the Yellow Jackets, 1987, the Four Corners tour, an 8-week tour all over the U.S. And we were in South Florida at the time, and our bass player, John Pena, was a dear friend of yours. And so to my surprise, he showed up at our sound check, and we started hanging and talking drums, and you showed me the thing with the grip. You were working at, the Fulcrum, one of your books. So, yeah, that was 87, and I think we had a chance to jam because there was 2 kits on the stage, and we had a little jam session, you know, playing double drums and stuff. And then, I've seen you though since then. Obviously, when you moved to California, I knew that you were here. We'd see each other at the trade shows, and I think we did a gig together where you were playing percussion. It was a fun little.
And do you remember who that was? It was
I don't
a trade
remember.
Show, right?
Yeah,
not a trade show.
It was like a corporate gig, a big
concept.
hotel down in South Orange County, like Laguna. The Ritz-Carlton. I guess,
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, we were grooving up there, playing some fun stuff.
That was fun. And then when I came to see you the first time with Larry Carlton and the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah.
I guess you were on break or you were rehearsing, just doing a sound check.
Yeah, there was sound check, I believe.
And then you left or you had to go somewhere?
I think I was.
Or maybe Will left.
I think Will wasn't there yet. I don't
they
think
were
he had
playing,
arrived.
and I figured, well, maybe they probably want to hear what the drums sound like with the band.
No, it's good.
And I just went up.
Yeah, sure. There's a drum set. You're going to sit down and play it.
Just trying to be cordial to the sound people, saying, "Oh, cool! Now we can hear the drums with the band."
That's right.
And then what happened? The sound guys came. Well, they all came over to me like they were kick.
Oh, their production manager was.
They were like, what are you doing up
Hey,
there?
don't do that. That's very typical. Those guys are, kind of overworked. They're the first ones there, the last ones to leave the venue, and you're doing the one-nighters on the bus.
Yeah.
But the sound check was really fun, and it was great to hear you play and get the chance to meet you. And so here we are, several years later.
Well, how many years is this now?
Well,
we were just talking about that.
Yeah, 1987. So, Lord willing, we'll keep it going.
So, for all of you mathematicians.
That's right. You guys can do the math on that. Yeah, that's so cool.
I'm going to go through some history of drumming. And I don't know if they're chronological order, but
whatever you think.
We have Larry Carlton.
Yes.
And I'm going to run down and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
We have Bob Skaggs, Steve Vai, Barry Manilow, Burt Bacharach, George Benson, Randy Crawford, Crusaders.
Yeah, well, Joe Sample, I got to play on a couple of records
I remember Joe
with
Sample,
him at Larry's studio.
Robin Ford,
Yeah.
Steve Lukather, David Benoit, Steve Morse,
Yes.
and my buddy Michael Cimbello.
Oh, yes, I know. Yeah, I love him.
Tim Weisberg.
Yeah, the Tim Weisberg thing was that David Benoit had a studio down in Torrance. And so we did a project there. Then we did a couple of live shows with him. Tim was a super cool guy. Yeah, it was really fun playing his music. He got such a pure sound on the flute. People think it's a hippie thing, but he was really well studied. The sound you get for like a classical chops, but playing jazz. And we did a lot of Coming Home Baby. I think there's one song that's a famous kind of a track. Mel Torme had recorded that, but he did a really cool version of it. And, his version of like sort of smooth jazz, which was very relevant. And guys, to hear his sound was really special. And, here again, backing up people, this applies to a lot of the situations I've been in. You just got to be very dynamic. So that's, keeping it low. It's like you're playing an acoustic instrument. He can't get any louder. So don't try to drown him out with a cymbal and backbeat.
I discussed that with other musicians.
I know.
And they don't understand
Blend.
why drummers have to be just pounding. And they're not really listening to they're just hearing themselves and not hearing everybody else.
Right.
And that's something that needs to be discussed and need to be, maybe not discussed. If you don't know it,
right,
and you never learn to do that, then
there's so many factors with that whole discussion. I mean, especially nowadays where a lot of the gigs we do are in ears.
Yeah.
And so if you have your own mix, then you can make adjustments. But once you do this, it's almost like you're disconnected from the organic music that's happening on the stage.
That's true.
So for me, I remember talking to a friend that works for the Rolling Stones, Pierre de Beauport, still with them, is Keith Richards' guitar tech. And I asked him, well, what does Charlie Watts have in the monitor? He goes, oh, there's no drums in there. He just wants to hear the vocal. And, it's like, really? And I was working with a drum tech at the time who was like, let's put some more kick drum in the monitors and this and that. It's like, why? I'm hitting the kick drum. I don't need to hear it any louder because it just raises the stage level so much for live music. Now, the trend is that, no amps, in-ears, everything's way lower on the stage. And now even in the church setting, they want me to start using electronic kits,
I see.
stuff. So that's a whole nother kind of, experience where because I like playing cymbals and I like to think that I'm playing them dynamically, but that frequency can really cut into the vocal mics stuff, as you know.
I see, and I know the electronic kits because I play them as well.
Sure.
The cymbals, they almost kind of stay this way. You don't have any
the
ups and
dynamic
downs.
range.
It's kind of everything's monotone.
You just tap it and it's going to make that
you
same
have to
sound.
depend on the sound guy to make things work. But
it's gotten better, I think, but still, it's not my first choice. We've spent so much time developing our sound on the pad with the sticks and, trying to get the sound that you get, and we can sit out on the same drum set and it's going to sound a little bit different. I've had that experience before, being at the studio in, one room and then somebody else is in the other room and, hey, man, let me check out your kit. I sit down and play it. They sit down on my kit. Wow, my drums sound completely amazing,
right.
With, whoever else is recording next door.
Yeah.
But, that's the technical stuff, but go ahead. I'll let you get back to your the list.
Albert Lee, I met Albert Lee real quick because I was in a band called Circa, which was Billy Sherwood and Tony Kaye. And,
sure.
And there was a party and Albert was there. I guess his friend, or right-hand man. And that's when I got to meet him. Real down to earth, quiet kind
very
of
understated, quiet guy. And he's a guy his hands are just amazing. The chops and the fluidity. There's no tension. You watch him play and everything's just moving completely in sync, and he's really precise with his accuracy with tempo. And I met him in the early 80s. We had a band called the Biff Babies All Stars, which is still going. We're about to release, I think it's our third or fourth project. And we would do a lot of live shows. We went overseas to Japan a couple of times, to Europe to play the trade shows with the Ernie Ball Company. My dear friend Sterling Ball, hey Sterling, and he's been a lifelong friend. We met in junior high school, so I've known him forever. And he's been a really great music supporter for so many musicians and people, in the industry. And we got to play the 50th anniversary party a few years ago at NAMM. And there's some footage of that. We're going to try to.
Who's playing in that?
Boy, I'm trying to remember all the names. I will probably forget some. But there's Steve Morse that we mentioned, Albert Lee.
And who is Steve Morse?
Steve Morse, well, was the Dixie Dregs and still is. And then he played for Deep Purple.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Like 30 years or something?
I think so, yeah.
He took over Richard Blackmore's place?
Yes. So we went to Japan with him and Albert with the Biff Babies All Stars. And Steve's like a really efficient practicing guy. Yeah. And when he's playing a solo, he's got these volume pedals and he'll do, it sounds like it's an airplane taking off. And the reason why I bring that up too is because he's a certified pilot. He knows how to fly jets and everything.
Wow.
But he's so conscious of how to shape the sound and building solos. It's just phenomenal, to accompany him and hear how well he plays. Super nice guy, very humble as well. But his technique's a little different. It's a little bit more of a, motion involved. So he's always practicing and he's always giving.
I was a big fan. My cousin turned me on to Dixie Dregs when I was just a kid.
Great band, yeah.
And
sure.
I got to see them perform at a little I don't know if it was a college or some kind of little place. Rod Morgenstein on drums.
That's right.
And it was the original
guys. T.
Lavitz. The name
of
they were promoting the live.
I forget the violinist name, but the original band.
The original band.
Yeah, they're still going, I think.
They got back together.
They were all, is that University of Miami guys?
Yeah.
Is that the deal? Yeah. So that's cool. And that's your territory, or that's where you Yeah, I know.
We'll talk maybe some people that you're working with, companies like Zildjian.
Yeah, we've got very fortunate.
How long have you been with Zildjian?
Yeah.
How long?
I think close to 30 years now.
30 years.
Trying to think the exact time frame.
Did you know Anne-Marie Vaccaro?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, yeah, very sweet.
So when I lived in Glendale, we used to always get Indian food.
Oh, yeah.
It was like,
it
was right near Glendale. It was in Burbank, right?
Sure, yeah. Over there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she used to always say, well, pick out whatever you want to get, like 30.
Oh, yeah.
They could have the whole
The
shelf
stack,
full of,
I know. The depot.
And then, when you're done with that sound, you take them back and just get other ones. And that was our relationship.
Yeah.
Because I met her through Bill Ward. And
of course. Oh, yeah.
And,
legend. Yeah.
And I remember one time I was at, she said, "Oh, that's Ringo's son. Zach was just a kid."
Oh, yeah.
Just
coming up. Yeah.
Wow. He didn't do anything yet. I think he was just kind of
just getting started.
Just getting around.
How fun. Wow.
And to the next doc.
And then, she's usually in town when they have the NAMM show, kept in touch with them and see her on occasion.
Amos?
Amos. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. We're such long-time friends.
Long-time friends, yeah.
I can't even know how many years.
But John DeChristopher was my initial contact with them. And, for many years, he was at DW, who's another long-time endorsee, or, I'm an endorsee.
Are you with the DW drums as well?
Yeah, since 1980.
And Garrison?
And Garrison, of course, yeah. And all the guys, John Good, of course. That was when I first got the gig with Barry Manilow. We're going on tour, so literally John Good is putting together the final, lugs onto the tom-toms in his apartment over there in Santa Monica off of Lincoln Boulevard. And so I've been with them quite a long time. I was playing Slingerland before that, and I now go full circle that DW bought Slingerland so that it's being reintroduced. They were just there this year at NAMM.
Excellent.
So it's kind of a cool connection. Chris Lombardi sort of orchestrated that, and there was a surprise party for Don's birthday. And Danny Serafine was there, Joey Heredia,
Danny's
Chad
original drummer
Wackerman
from Chicago. Those who don't know.
Chad Wackerman, because Chad had hooked me up initially with Slingerland. Phil Halsey was the rep back in the day. Really sweet guy that helped a lot of musicians.
Great. So Danny's actually a long-time friend of mine.
Yeah, of course. He's great. He was really excited about the the relaunch for the Slingerland brand too.
You're watching the Ronnie Ciago Show, and we'll be right back.
Take your brand national with Rockefellas TV and AMG Outdoor Advertising. It's easier than you think. Join the thousands of advertisers who have built their businesses reaching America's most influential audiences. Be creative. We can help. Rockefellas TV and AMG Outdoor Advertising starts here. Advertise with us today.
Is your business lost in the desert? Tired of dull billboards? Want your business to shine? Visit amgbillboards.com. Take your advertising to the next level. amgbillboards.com.
Time to get your rock on with Rockefellas TV. You can now watch Rockefellas TV on any smart TV and smart devices. Rockefellas TV is now on Apple and even Apple TV, Android and Google Play stores, Samsung Smart TV and even LG TV, Roku TVs and devices, Amazon App Store, Fire Stick, and even Amazon TVs, Google TV, and all smart TVs. Simply go to your smart device app store and download Rockefellas TV. For further information about Rockefellas TV and smart device apps, please go to rtvapp.com or rockefellastv.com. Rockefellas TV. Get your rock on.
Okay, so also Innovative Percussion?
Innovative Percussion.
So explain that, Innovative.
It's a stick company. They're in Nashville, And I think their background is primarily with marching percussion, but they really wanted to get into the drum set situation. So Chad, we mentioned him earlier, he's got a signature stick, and also his brother Brooks Wackerman. They both have signature models. And John, I think, is with the company too. John's a really cool guy. I love him too. Yeah, they're all wonderful family.
We've actually played on records together.
Of course, yeah.
Because I was with Patrick Moraz from Yes.
Oh,
for a long time.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I took over Bill Bruford's place.
Wow.
Believe it or not. It was
right
crazy.
On. Yeah.
And I was with Patrick for like 5 years straight.
Oh, yeah.
And we did big concerts with just him and I.
So
and my whole
that's fantastic.
The whole stage is full of drums.
Oh, I know. There's a lot of stuff.
Percussion and all kinds of stuff. But I've done, I think the last Moraz record was I think John is on that record as
Quite
well.
possibly, yeah. And he lives in Vegas now. He's been there for a while. He was doing that Terry Fader show, the comedian, the ventriloquist.
Oh,
and it's a really fun show. So I got to see it a couple of times visiting in Vegas. The guy that connected me with innovative percussion, I should mention, is Rich Mangiacaro. So Rich also had worked at Paiste, and I was formerly with Paiste. But then, he's got the gig, and he's doing Gone Bops now, too.
Thanks for letting me know.
He's a great guy.
I was with Paiste, too.
Yeah, I know. That's when I met you.
Rich.
And see, we had, back to that 1987 Four Corners tour, Will Kennedy was playing Paiste, and so was I at the time. So I remember Lissa Wales, who was she's departed, but she was a really great photographer. So she came to take pictures of us when we played in Phoenix. She was based in Phoenix. And Will and I, were sitting down reading Modern Drummer magazine as he's flashing pictures and stuff. It was fun. Yeah, so that was that era. But yeah,
Will Kennedy, man.
Oh yeah, he's still around. I think he's teaching at maybe at USC, possibly. And he comes through town, and they play one of the Vibrato, which is Herb Alpert's club.
Right. I played there at least 100 times.
Oh, I know.
With Frank Stallone.
Of course. Yeah. Oh, man.
We used to play
really
there,
cool.
At least once a month.
Oh, yeah. That's what I've been doing lately with Bill Cantos and Hussein Jeffrey.
Okay.
And a really great young saxophonist.
Hussein.
Yeah.
Right.
Danny Janklow. Shout out to him. He's a young saxophone player that's really talented.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have fun, the little residency over there. And then this year they're traveling with the Tijuana Brass. So they've got kind of a travel schedule. With that as well, but
Hussein used to be the sound guy. And then he builds.
But he's an incredible musician.
Too.
Yeah, from Sri Lanka, and he's got such a great feel and knowledge of all kinds of styles, especially the Brazilian stuff. He's been helping me get those chops together.
Right.
Yeah,
and he's been with Herb Alpert, the band, Herb, for
a
how
long
many
time.
years?
I'm not even sure the length, but yeah, both. And he also was with Sergio Mendes prior to that.
That's right.
He's been a long time associate. So yeah, all the different cats that we know. It's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. Stuff we grew up
listening to.
And
then you come
we
back.
We ended up playing with this.
That's right. Totally. That's very true.
Is that God sent or what?
I think it is. Yeah, because I
How
pinch
did that happen?
myself.
How did I end up playing with I've listened to those and now
I'm
we're
playing
with that.
Exactly. It's pretty remarkable. Yeah. Dreams do come true, I guess. Yeah,
we discussed some of the movies that you've done.
That's not a large part of my work, but over the years, there's been a couple of films. The early days.
I don't know if we already spoke about it, but we were talking about it.
Yes.
But I have a couple of things listed here.
Okay.
The Bronx Zoo.
Yeah, that was, I don't remember the music, but yes. Okay.
It was Will Ferraro.
That one is with the other one that's called Anchorman and Anchorman 2. There's two movies. Okay. And another little kind of a cult film it's a spaghetti western, Casa de Mi Padre.
Okay.
So we did all the soundtrack for that. Okay. But those are usually, sometimes they'll use library music and stuff. And I've done sessions like that too, where you just do a batch of stuff and then people will put it in for the underscore for the films. But I'm trying to think of some of you can probably have that list. Yeah, the Raiders or the Warriors.
I have the Raiders of the
Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's some underscore things like in a scene at the bar or whatever.
That's a huge
little
movie.
Clips. Yeah.
Listen, Aaron Mac. I don't know what kind of people you're used to dealing with. Nobody tells me what to do in my place.
Fräulein Ravenwood, let me show you what I am used to. Nick!
Take your hands off me! Take your lousy hands off! Wait, I can be reasonable.
That time is past.
You don't need that. Wait. I'll tell you everything.
Yes, I know you will.
And Warriors, that was like a gang film.
Warriors?
We did some stuff for that
okay,
too.
You did that too?
Yeah, just like this is a long time ago. And these were the Marshall family.
But I remember when those movies came out, The Gambler.
Okay, yeah. It's so funny to hear the names because I don't think about that as much anymore. But there's been some fun little projects like that. Where
Right.
it's, you get to
But
do.
when it came out, that was pretty huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they're still available.
Some TV shows, The Young and the Restless.
Yes, that was fun. Yeah, that's
Star
right.
Search.
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
ESPN.
The ESPN stuff would be all those commercials and a lot of that underscore the library tracks.
Okay.
My friend that was in Milwaukee named Daniel Holter, he's up in the Seattle area now. He's still doing it, man. He's really successful and he plays drums too. But he's sort of a sonic guru because he's got all these microphones and the hardware, the preamps and things that he knows how to get sounds. And he's always listening to, modern styles of music, but also, he loves the throwback.
And does he put together the library for?
He'll put together the songs and then he'll have a whole batch of stuff. I would fly out there for a couple of days and we just have like fun, 8 to 10 hours a day tracking drums. And then you do a 60-second version, a 30-second version, a 15, chops down. So, and you highlight, it's usually like a 2-section song. So it's pretty easy to learn it. The tempo stays the same with a click. And, you can kind of get on a roll. They call it music by the pound. It's like, this is how much you want today? I'll take a half pound
And even
of
if you have
provolone.
a click, we with Pro Tools just go, okay, well, let's crop that, fix
and
this.
they can fix it,
and it's done in like seconds.
Playlist stuff, yeah. So he's super tech savvy, but he also enjoys capturing an organic kind of feel because some of the other composers that do that style will just use machines, which might be more cost efficient but then you get this kind of static thing. So he really enjoyed let's create a flavor and a sound that has some air that's moving with the dynamics with an acoustic instrument. So we're
much better.
We're very grateful when people call us to do that. They want to hear you and you know how to make the sound. Yeah.
It's much better like that because then it's a human sound.
Real quick, I'll just touch on a subject about that. A lot of times we're called to play with loops, or somebody will play us the demo, and you've got a loop, and so okay, I want you to play. And the first question is, well, are you going to keep any of that? Because that's going to determine what it is I might play. Or if they say, oh no, that's just a guide, go ahead and play it the way you hear it. Yeah. So it's almost like two different approaches. Because sometimes, if they're going to keep that loop, then maybe I'm just going to go boom, da, boom, ba, boom, da, da.
Because you have all the other stuff happening.
Boom, ba, boom, boom, and it's real. And then they go, wow, that's great, because it just gives it a little more, anticipatory, motion. But everything else is subdividing with 16ths.
Addition to already what's happening.
Yeah, but if they say, oh no, we want a full part, then you're going to go, then you're going to fill it in. With, just as an example, at the top of my head.
Commercials, Honda.
Oh yeah.
Budweiser,
yeah.
McDonald's.
Yes, all of those.
Chevrolet.
All the
Nationwide Insurance.
Yeah.
Miller Beer.
Yeah.
Nissan. Verizon.
Yep.
Acura. Carl's Jr.
Wow.
I feel hungry.
I know, that's right.
Dove chocolate.
Yeah, that was a good one because it was kind of a trio. This other friend is a composer, Rick Boston, and I forget the girl's name.
Man.
You probably
Rick
know
Boston.
Rick. Yeah, right? Yeah, he's another dear friend.
He was the one who produced the Ricky Lee Jones record
That's right.
I played on.
There you go. Right on.
Yeah, I haven't heard his name in a while.
He's up in Edmonton, Canada. We're watching the Stanley Cup Finals as we speak. So he's texting me, and he got to go to one of the games. I'm a big ice hockey fan, also. But so he came up with this little song, and then they ended up licensing it for the Dove commercial. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, and
I haven't heard his name.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you for mentioning.
Yeah. Just kind of that's amazing. Yeah,
Wow.
Oh no, he's still out there doing. He lives in West LA when he's in town, but I know he's in Canada right now in Edmonton. Yeah, and we worked on a project remotely with his cousin where we did the tracks set up in the house. Ludwig set with the 2 overhead mics and very organic. Yeah. And he was sending it back to his cousin to work on these. A lot of boutiques. A lot of those projects went down too during COVID, where people weren't able to gather. So people that wanted to have little, vanity type projects, boutique records, I've always wanted to do an album with my songs. Mm-hmm. So with the modern technology, people are sending you tracks to play on, so you can pass it around and then get all these different people. So those were fun. kind of sessions.
During COVID, I mean, people were asking.
I know. So,
I think I was working more.
That's what I mean. I know, right?
I was getting more sessions and more. I was like overkill with this work.
Put the mask on and be behind I went to the studio with my dear friend Gordon Rusfold, who's a great bass player and engineer, has a studio in Huntington Beach area called Broken Prop. So that's where we tracked a lot of the Biff Baby All-Stars stuff and a bunch of different artists. We did a Christmas album for another client. All these people were calling to do projects, and they still do. So we get together, and so I had a room that's isolated with the plexiglass or, like the sliding door, and we'd be wearing masks and staying away from each other and trying to be safe. But, to your point, we had a lot of work during that time. So it's a nice byproduct. Guys were freaking out. I felt bad for a lot of my friends that just play the clubs or they're playing live music, because obviously that was completely shut down.
Thank God for school and other idioms,
lessons.
Because we learned how to play anything, everything and anything.
That's right. We were talking about that too.
Because if you don't do that, if you only some musicians or some musician, I wouldn't say just drummers, but any musician, if they're just in one genre, and they're stuck with that, and if that there's no work there, you can't go anywhere else.
There's nothing else. You box yourself in. We were talking before we started the show here about the ability to read music, which I think is extremely important. It just opens doors. And some guys are resistant. They have a great natural feel. They play by ear. That's ultimately you still do that too, but the ability to be able to read and come in and sight read shows and things. The Burt Bacharach gig was all charted out, everything, 4, 5, 6 page charts, and you play it, and you got to be paying attention and you switch from a side stick with a brush, and then you go to the sticks, and then there's a shaker part,
and you
very
thinking and reading and also besides reading, you're listening to what's happening, making sure that everybody's in.
That's right. Yeah, in the right dynamic range that we talked about.
And the guys who were maybe great drummers that don't know how to read, they said, I wish I knew how to read.
I know, that's true. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I wish I went to school to learn how to read. Well, we don't have to.
Yeah. Well, I think it's,
Dennis Chambers.
Oh, yeah. Some of those guys that are some of our heroes, probably may not, but they've created a scene where they're able to still express themselves, which is great. But I think, it's every parent's nightmare to say, I want to be a musician. But I would say, go for it, but make sure you're equipped, take the steps you need to be able to be employable. I think there's a very small percentage of guys that are in just one band, and, yourself included. I mean, you play with thousands of people, literally. And, we've had those opportunities because of the abilities with playing styles and reading that opens up those doors. And I enjoy that, but if you're thinking, I'm just going to join one band, and if we don't make it, that's it. And I run into so many people, I had to quit that, and I'm doing this job now. Just didn't work out.
Nothing against Guitar Center, but they're working at Guitar Center.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if they can get the gig. Yeah. I mean, it's anything that's related to the music industry, and you're still working at it. It's great. And one of the things a lot of people overlook, I'm going to tie it in with our church, situations. That's been a godsend, literally, to be able to play some great music.
We've both been doing this for how many years? I've been doing it for at least 30 years. Playing
me too. At least that.
On Christian records.
Yeah, of course.
And doing the church. And
that's
my
every
family,
week.
my wife is a worship leader. My son plays drums with her, and my daughter plays keyboards.
Wow.
They all sing together. I mean,
it's a family affair.
Fantastic.
So that's something else, not to overlook. I mean, it's important, and it's also, for your belief system and too. We're blessed.
And that can't that shouldn't be hidden.
No, it shouldn't.
I think we should be proud of that.
That's what I meant. Yes.
And
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a part of a ministry too. We meet other guys and other musicians that aren't, thinking that way, and you can just, hey man, check this out, or they might notice a difference, like, wow, how come you're so relaxed, or you've got, kind, and it's like, well, I'm just, trying to.
Right, and that has a lot to do with us.
Your attitude,
Attitude is people calling you back.
That's right. For sure.
When you have this attitude, you think you're all that.
Oh yeah, no, there's next.
And sometimes I get that. Well, you've done some. No, I'm just here to be a servant to.
That's right.
Whatever is.
That's what it is. The humility and servant approach. Yeah, right on, Ronnie.
It's big.
It is. Big, so. It doesn't get talked about enough, and I think the trade schools and stuff. Of course, you're learning licks and you're seeing videos of guys playing stuff, but. If you're just a practice room drummer, no one knows about you. You're not going to get called to play music with other people. So that, you have to get in the garage or wherever. That's how we started.
And you have to be a people person. The people that you play with, they have to like you.
I know. It's part of
It's not just about
who's got the better
all
chops.
The stuff with all the chops.
Yeah.
That's like nowadays, it's like that's the last thing.
I know.
Oh, and you have chops too? Okay, well, that'll be an addition.
Yeah, that's a bonus. Yeah. Yeah,
can you groove? Can you listen? Are you a nice guy? You're easy to get along with?
That's all.
Because we're on the road, we're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Anything could happen.
That's right.
All of a sudden,
the bus breaks down, or you're having to walk, or whatever it is, something.
All that.
Yeah, there's all these little hiccups along the way.
You're in Europe, and you can't speak the language. And, and nothing. The hotel closed down, and
that's right. Oh, we got there too late.
We're gonna sleep in the car today. Oh,
been there, done that. Yeah, no, it's all part of the.
But
I love it. Yeah.
So, John.
Yes.
It was fantastic being with you.
Thank you, Ronnie. Yeah,
we'll
what a privilege.
Do this again, and hopefully we'll hook up soon.
Yeah. No, thank you for taking the time out of your schedule and including me in the lineup for the show. Yeah.
God bless
lots
you,
of great
brother.
artists ahead. God bless you, man. Thanks. Yeah. All right. I'm on Facebook under my name, and also Instagram. There's 2 sites because I started a new one more recently. There's Jack Go Wild. There's also John Ferraro Drums. So you can find me there. And we're about to release another album with the Biff Babies All Stars group, which is a group from the Ernie Ball Company, my friend Sterling Ball on bass and guitars, and then Jim Cox on piano. We're the 3 production team, but it's featuring all kinds of Music Man signature guitar artists on that album. It's coming out very soon. And currently just playing mostly live shows around town here in the Southern California area. So yeah, stay tuned and posted on the internet sites there that I mentioned for upcoming gigs. Thanks again, Ronnie. Thank you.
Thank you for watching the Ronnie Ciago Show, and we'll see you next week.